Mokani kwa Wero FM 96.4 letu kubatire kwithirwa turi na PS Itonga Mwambi wa Forestry, lakini atomba kwithirwa ikinya upfulia akithirwa ikinya tuendelea na Mibango yo, lakini tu na PS KIBURI. Karibu sana PS, thank you very much no tubwa utonera kanya rukiroru hari, karibu kire Wero FM.
Thank you very much.
Now PS, the biggest talk that county na I think Kenya yonde ni mantu ya a sixth city ni city ya Meru. How practical is this?
Wow, it is very practical. Kila nkwere I think antu Meru kaba baburi kuyukia kanya kato inako kakwithira. You see a city nenda kuthina certain facilities. And I think the president na very clear where the local government ya county Meru ifanye maneno na thirikari national ifanye ile ingine. So infrastructure yake na Meru ya city chire ya Meru. The president na very clear watire for example connectivity ya Meru, barabara ya Meru. Dokumenya tu na barabara yetu ndo enrolling of the main artery ya Meru. That's one of the main projects. The second one is the second phase of bypass Meru. You know the congestion yetu ene mutindo tukue 1 hour 2 hours isle kuma ikomene okinyakaga congestion with through the bypass system. The other one is the sewer system. You know romato ina project ene mno ya kudhamia sewage yetu kuma koromone wita na raitite. You know, these are all these infrastructures shown this about that city status. Na ndo kumenya kinya riu ya kuwa ya kwa ile ke township which are undefined. Kuitoki city status, it means Meru be assessing certain resources itubo waseswa status ya town. So I think batu ento Meru tubure kwira munene tubo ya ndo batu support kwa the Meru ya city na benefit wike ya nachio ile ya antu Meru baka benefit kuma ejio na inya mantu yuko antu akiwa tu there to ina state lodge to ina golf course to ina airstrip. You know kwa ile functionality nya ya airport kana airstrip. It is urake ina how far is it kuma nanto betete andi watu kwa uruma Nairobi nande weto we kwanto ringi kuma wita ku another 3 hours mtu wakabange tangare kwa katumina those 3 hours na alafu ngedharina bidina means. Lakini in terms of convenience Kenya Nairobi yongo tu Jomo Kenyatta, lakini uko na for convenience hata undene tuna Wilson airport watu those running ya ukenda uchangarura antu nande antu amwe and their convenience which come with these things. Meru ni ukora o mamantu antu Meru ibendelete mno, and as I say ni tugurenge twareke program yetu ya kwa ile key structure ya Meru economy. Meru is the only county where wambakona mtu is thriving na biashara yake actually eta Nairobi with biashara ndakini tukweta ku anything from Meru because the ecosystem, the business ya Meru is a portal system ya that autonomy, an autonomous economic system. And I'm very grateful for and Meru non to with the bindi and to kuitira kwa chobongwa.
So PS, as much as city status yomba kwithirwa iri atomi KILEMI, but I am very sure 80% ya Meru wamba kwithirwa they are not really but they okay if it is a city or not. So kiure kile kinene ni why is it so urgent? Because you're on the president akiwa and then by December state logic yethro yokuthiria wokwa. So why is it so urgent Meru ya city?
I think about antu Meru tutubure kuria kiwira atiri why is it so urgent? Antu we are the beneficiaries. Kinye ketheka ike yaruri tutubure kuria na antu ikuthate. I think the urgency is in terms of national planning. Kina national thirikari nene ibora kiatiri what is next. Ende kuthia tukwa place to the next. Katumkio complain about we. Katubure kuria na antu batu why is it next? Ti Machakos kana Kiambu. Tutubure kurio tubure know that to be please assist na tangava na mutuma buri kubithia kenda to meet the requirement ya kwa the Meru city status. What do we need to do kwithrambi kubithia kenda tu national government ibithenio kenda to achieve. You see uketha kwina inya this tuketha tuina state launch Irembu even Kwale kwina state launch via korubiri wa settled jinabima they are sourced from the locality here. It's expanding the market for the Meru farmers, for the
What
Meru
is the guarantee for that?
Let me ask you, Henry, to in a camp when GSU au state launch to in Antwaria state launch au I mean Antwartangwe state launch pakenda weta apere ina baeta na njuga ni ruka bareta 7-11 ka bareta ki dorunga dance
maybe ba itangari siono ndichegiri mauta thirikari weta na nyuki. That is not guaranteed.
Let us be optimistic people. State investment always come with the spin-offs na spin-offs to na affect our locality.
So PS katuko abandon Vision 2030 because Vision 2030 ya bangite isiolu nyeke ikethro city. So by the virtue that Meru kwa city, I don't see how isiolu nyeka city.
No. You see, the city status ya Meru does not mean that to abandon isiolu kwa city. In fact, if you wound over, I'll tell you this, wound over, you find cities they are commercial capitals. Each other now they are also administrative capitals. And a good example in Tanzania, the commercial capital is in Dar es Salaam, lakini the administrative capital in Dodoma. It's Nigeria, for example. The commercial capital is Lagos, but the administrative capital is Abuja. I think in the thinking of the founders of the nation is that okay, it's center, so in the big thinking of the government, and that is what we explain now. Okay, well, in terms of our defense strategy, the national underwear, in defense, this already. That explains that in terms of location, why is it sit. So in the long term, antakwenda ku preemptimanto ya Mibango Ya Thirikari is lower that geographical advantage and I positioned. Yes. Now you can call the big program, the big Pan-African highway. Our contribution is through lapset. Na data is yolo all the way to Moyale. We are talking all the way to West Africa through Central African Republic, Bakui, all the way to Ndwale in Cameroon to be able to access the West African market and the northern South American market. These are the big projects. So we fit in about Vision 2030. My brother, Vision 2030 is fed by East African, see for example, Vision 2040, it is fed by African Agenda 2063. And all these fit in the big United Nations development agenda into it as sustainable development goals. So our Vision 2030 it does not sit alone. It fits in a global development ecosystem, which as a Kenya as a participant, as a player in the family of nations of the world, we play. So that's the big picture. But that doesn't mean that because it's your capacity, a Meru County should not benefit from that status. And in fact, Meru, I think, should have come even as fourth. Because in terms of the contribution in GDP, Kenya, and I say this again, outstanding the metropolis, Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru and Kiambu, we are actually number 5 there in terms of contribution to the GDP. 5. That is why you see we have many KRI offices here. That's why you see we have a central bank here. That's why we see we have many commercial banks. So we are a vibrant economy, we are vibrant people, and I'm really honored to be part of that Antoba Meru.
Nice. Na PS katujakiri your docket ya mantujakia cooperatives. Maybe what are some of the things that buku thithia mwananchi enda kwithirwa akimenya ijo mutethia?
Thank you. Little Command Cooperative, actually the reference point to Waimeru. Na Rito Rairi Waziri, Director Waziri, Oparanya, what cooperative has done is trying to replicate the same in Kakamega. But the biggest opportunity we have done very well in dairy. Dairy ato, Meru Central, on Kenya Milk. It is the number 1 milk processor now in Africa. And again, it is a cooperative. It's organized through cooperative. We are very grateful for the management of Mukuru to Chairman Kiruya, CEO Itonga, for what they have done there. But we can do more. We need to expand because okay, manto ya kuri dangambe na manto area it is very loud in Imenti. But now people of Tigania are catching up. We also want people of Embe to catch up with Mantako ya Kuridha Ngambe, because we have seen the power of if people organize and people are getting monthly income, like they get to the members of Miru Centro what it can do. And we have asked specifically it already Miru Centro for people to benchmark, and I'm very grateful. Okay, I wait na tigania ndewetu kinya ukirindene every day there are people bringing milk, and that milk is being collected to be processed by Miru Centro. We actually in discussion now, like as a ministry, we have asked Kitonga, the CEO, to work with KCC. We want to give them that Kangeta factory to be run by Miru cooperatives from Igembe. They come and own that facility so that they make use of it, because it's a 700 million investment which is lying idle. But no gonna mirror it was not about capacity. Why can't we give it to the farmers? Because it was a public investment by the people of Kenya. Meru people are part of this public. We give it to the Meru farmers so that they can run that factory. The other thing is coffee. Maybe you allow me to say something about coffee.
Coffee, PS. The idea is good. Ya kuna kanira factory ya KCC, but sheria yete kiri bwana hata, because eye ne thirikari kuna kanira kiri a cooperative which is not run by the government. What law is that?
No, let me tell you this. I'm not actually to copy the case. We want to adopt the KTND model on the running of KCC. Train the factories together. We have 10 factories. The cooperatives within that locality, so that the people hold that facility. So it's not. It is.
I thought these people are supposed to be competitors. KCC na Meru Central.
KCC is Kenya Cooperative Creameries. Meru Cooperative within the 7 principles of cooperatives is cooperatives within cooperatives, and KCC is 100% owned by the Republic of Kenya. Through government arrangement, we can actually give this facility to the farmers of Meru.
What arrangement is this?
We are working on something with the Treasury, and actually discussion have started between Miru Centro na KCC. We will get into some kind of arrangement. Can even be leased, but eventually we want the factories, all the factories in Kenya, to be run by the cooperatives within their society, their communities, just like in the KTNDA model. The factories are run by people from around that.
Kwa KCC iteo kana kieku ite, is it a dead cooperative?
No. The KCC in Nairobi will continue acting its role as a buyer of the last resort, as a stabilizer, as a player in food security. KCC in Nairobi won't be our frontier. We export area to Congo, for example, East and Central African region. And because we know, like for example, Africa is importing 80% of its milk requirements. So we free that end office that to coordinate, just like KTND coordinates the other factories to do the coordination role. Yes.
Okay.
Woka kiwanda kiukyo kirwe Kangeta. What was the plan ya Woka now, whereas Antubanara, they are not very big producers Beria, and then toki kiwanda kia some 700 million, as you say, na mwankira dai kitio to make optimally.
To be very honest, I think the intention that, and I think I'll give credit to Munya, was the intention was to spur dairy farming in Meru North. That was really the intention. And I mean, you're asking about the feasibility.
Yes.
Yeah. There is no doubt that Antoba Meru North, they have the capacity to rear cows, dairy cows, and they have the capacity to turn around that factory by supplying it with milk. The capacity is there. It's a question of how do we approach it? And the best approach is let us learn from the masters, and the masters are also in Meru. Yes.
You know, I only thought, Rimoe, PS, especially in government, rimwe mirandi mwene ya white elephant because ita dhwani tu boya because kiwanda ontio yuki abati wo kwa sena kwithara kwina area ringi and then nara kwa kintu kingi that kira antu nara they are producers of, so it becomes a waste.
What I will say is this: there's a saying sometimes. Anto mambo kwa mayo kama yara wayatumira boya. Now we have a kiwanda can get a career. How can we use this kiwanda to change the economy of the Egembes, the Tiganyas, and the Meru in general by increasing the capacity of milk processing? I think only I'm working from that point. Yes.
Kwe manto kwenda kuwajagia coffee.
Oh, kawa. Yes, we know we have a big program. Yeah, could revitalize coffee. And kwa ile numbers, Meru we are falling off. We want to produce coffee. Kirinyaga is doing very well, and Embu is doing very well. What we have seen, Meru has still a lot of land which is good for coffee. Na anto ibarekete kwa anda kawa. Let me say this. From a feasibility point of view, na having been, because we are mandated with the marketing of coffee under the executive order number 2 of 2023, itotembete dunia nthi nyingi tukielekea mantu ya kahawa. Na kahawa is the new, is just not only it's not just gold. It is possible that kahawa can be 5 times the tea industry with the kind of initiative the government is doing. For example, the president gave generously after we appealed, and wakiwa testing links na $1 million under KPCU. So the next planting season we are giving seedlings, and of course I'll make sure that Meru gets its fair share of seedlings. Okay, kwa ile la Kenya, tuandite kawa getu tuandite, we have around 200 million bushes of coffee kawa kama but our national productivity average is 2 kgs. Lakini kuna watu ya Weru kuna mkula tamu karimu amo twili kawa hake per bush produce 50 60 kwa nyambira aenda ka produce 70 kgs per bush. So we have a strategy. Actually we're calling our strategy, we want to a 1 trillion strategy. We want to generate 1 trillion shillings in US dollars from coffee exports, and this is the how. First, we want to grow vertically. Vertically, we want to increase productivity. The national average productivity kumare 2 kgs per bush to say 20. If you do that, we have grown our production tenfold. Our production last year was 50 metric tons. If you do that, it will go to 500 metric tons by just increasing productivity from 2 to 20, by just improving agronomical practices. And also the government is to support that. The government is giving seedlings, but also we are giving fertilizer under the government fertilizer subsidy program. Number 2 is to grow horizontally. What I was talking about is increasing acreage under coffee. I think now we have around 250 million acres under coffee. We have new frontiers. Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Nandi, people are planting coffee in a big way. Kinya unini ngwa wetawa kwa uru, impijeta marinyamuno, ikamunda agende na kwao, ikawankwanda. These new frontiers, if we double the acreage under coffee, which is possible, we can easily go to 1 million metric tons. We'll be above Ethiopia. We'll be the number 1 coffee producer in the world, and that will have changed the economy of this country. But what are we? Why do we think we have a special opportunity in doing this? It is because Murimi is as a center of everything we are doing. Okay, kwa ile last year payment ya kahawa, we have recorded the highest payment ever, with the highest mtokenya kwa factory rere kwa society rere up to 150 shillings per kilo of sherry. Imero the highest I think was 120. The economics of Kenya atala na government in a minimum guarantee. We have said sherry fund will give you up to 80 shillings per kg if you supply your coffee to KPCU. But okay, atala economics you again Kenya kwa negana. Kawa tuliwa 500 bushes. Uganda 500 bushes, we get that 20 kgs. That is 1 million kilos of sherry. Na Meru natoka inya ya ili. So even if you say the second harvest will not be good as the first one, you can see, you can work with the factor of 50%. You are talking in a year, you harvest 1,000, you harvest 15,000 kgs. If you multiply by 100, you are talking about 1.5 million per acre. If you apply a 20% cost of production, we are saying coffee is making is a easiest way of converting farmers to millionaires is by planting coffee, but also being serious. We are telling I remember to when akawa karaga tenne no one anto inelete akawa kimokibo yowe. Then just you must take care of it. Actually, we are telling people if you are not harvesting 7 kgs per bush, because that is a break-even number. If you are not okawa kilo mwanja per bush, they can have a chere kagore kau because you are not serious enough. Because we know na itukwera antu makarimu na akenya shende kulitanira antu. Wait one how you can grow your coffee. One kilo 30 for one mbuan kona 50 bungu kanda. De grambole emburi. And let me tell you the spin-offs we talk about economics. One mbole emburi ekwanda kwa akwanda miru kunda achia. Detro kwa umiura merit mbole emburi. Ndio ora lori mwe chiringi 50,000. So I was telling this farm of this goat, you are making more money from manure than even from the goats
itself.
You understand? And this is how the country, that's how countries grow. Unande da inkule mitindi, ndio ra mitindi naka kaithe. Kena beto wekera kwanda kawa. Endi toko na mutindi yona nya value na yo. So this is how economies grow. When one value chain does well, it is support the other value chains. You see, India rimebanga ba Meru Central, Boleo and be other than Kwendia ki Mount Kenya milk. We are also looking for to Ramboleo na 50,000 per truck. To tell you, yes.
Okay. So some of reforms irabo kureta kiri kawa arimi akaba tuchienda. For example, koti ya Kirinyaga nira romerie the DSS direct is called what?
Direct settlement system.
Settlement system. Nira romerie mantu. I know ne ambari kotini, but what is it exactly?
No, let me come leze and thank you so much Masinu to kulia kirekio. Let me ambeleze DSS CMB and then domeleza in a way amiru bakabari mibabadikiriza bakelewa. Okay, awite ruri kuende mburi ekuwe. Uweta niyo market. Uweta wa miendia. Uchoka muchi mwegoro kwa kuudia okuya mburi kana okuya mbecha. Okay, akuyote na mburi re. Utiawe na mbecha.
Of course.
Kana? Kana uchoka mburi mwegoro kama mburi ni ajire mwori uchoka. That is exactly what we are doing with coffee. We want transparency. Ugita kwanda kwa ya bungu kwanda da inkumenya imbemba ko my mind. Government is guaranteeing through sharing fund kona 80. Lakini ngota laviri ngona konegana. Ya ntuma moria last year there was transparency. So what we have done is that the reforms we have done is that we call it the price in discovery, that journey. We have made it transparent. Weke kawa ku power pink station. You see cooperative which here too. What they do is that they offer what we call a common user facility. The common user facility nontoka wana kwa katimbo process wa mpempi lazima kalitongo sira. Kulitongo sira na kalitomba bila ito pulping. So thirikari with the costing a process you. If you do pulping you get a parchment. Parchment ira omeka ikauma. That's why in a coffee factory you see drying bent. Tipo okome parchment. Ya uma wa mike milling station. Milling station ikaleta apartment ikaleta ngozi kaya euro ikaleta something to green coffee. What we export in Kenya is green coffee. So the process is pulping at the factory level and milling at KPCU level. We need costing. We want people to do costing. But that process cannot be more than 13% of the value of the coffee. So that from there is also marketing. The people, the brokers who go and sell. We also allocated them 7%. So whatever money is sold at Nairobi Coffee Exchange, the farmer must get 80% of that value. And because now we in an era of IT and all that, we have a platform. That platform is called DSS. Weke kawaku KPCU, it is done what is called collateralized. Itoka miaka waka ikamuremio, kaita kankirindua kendua, beje kia DSS. But now now we are changing the law. We are saying we are push on the money there. when mto 7% we will give those people from pulping, milling, brokers up to 20% bagane. And the law says how. But it's up to 20%. But the 80% ya murimi to still make it into question.
So in this case, no work will start to benefit nkuluki murimi?
100%.
So ni tonto murimi ya korea DSS?
Murimi ya te korea DSS. Ni anto baba turako bangarimi. Uwek enda kuria example enda kwa mburi wenda kwenda mburi market. Uende uweta matini ukanekera mbeche bomba kuwanikera mbeche nekera muntu anekere. Have you ever handled that? Is it even rational? Is it even can you even imagine?
No.
Imbrokers ba meatwibera mbere kawa keya oni my father na area kawa.
But baba ikiti amba kotini kirogo kirinyaga ne arimioba. So why?
What up? It is misinformation, my brother. It is misinformation. Na antora betaba kanekro kanyamu. Because there are people, coffee has many billionaires. Lakini ukiakudia murimi billionaire ontorene otimona. And it's the same case even in fish. There are fishing billionaires au ruaraka. Lakini wetandunga beach. They are poor fishermen who have worked here for many years. It is a system. So what we are doing is that we are putting the farmer, wakaoa, omero, is skin in the game. Beja chia beja take questionable. Na factory we want efficiency.
With the public participation?
A lot of this bill has taken more than 10 years. In fact, task force here you know this we are just actually implementing the law. It actually went through parliament. It was passed in 2019. We are just implementing, and the implementation of course and all that. But the president has been very firm. We must make sure that the farmer gets is rightful. But the danger these people are resisting are facing is that because of technology, the pumping stations are becoming cheaper and cheaper. The farmers will not need them. They are going to be irrelevant. Bekara yanto bara conduct. Baba tathikira bakira wa
technology hapo bate.
Bekara akurba beto ba late bangethetio arimi baretere. Ya woni conduct wakwa. Do you think I will subject myself to the mercy of those who say? 2 of 3 of us, we try to work a pumping station, cut 2 million, 1.5 million to ingere kawa. And you know the relevance of these people who run this sector is that pumping station. Yes.
Okay. Ene thajiri kirukita ndaika mirongo inana kenda rĩrĩa Mibango Ya Chanchamuka na mbere tito tukiendelea na PS kan kumenyethia ati kaiteneka mbecha ni cio batu sana na mtu wende na kwenda kwithirwe na kanto wake na sometimes mantu ya kuoma uko nje najua mambo ni ngumu mtu ibitetie utekumba ku afford bimwe kana ka emergency kakweya no kwenda kwithirwe ikabanga na mpwe na zenka bare yao ni kenda bethira bayote ntubo nibo achore bakue rero kwenda kautethio kampwe bare kwira atire itakire Google Play Store download app ya Zenka na nikenda withiro kiwata motungata ya no withiro kiona ate kadhiringi mana ya 5 na ngiri mana yele ya mukobo iro kethiro kiromba instantly kuchiandikithia ni nthi urwenda ekejiri utakume sotio mambo yako yote na uo kethiro uri sawa rira rio ntho kenda kautethio ka mbeche iji wewe usijali araniria na Zenka na kinyoki ya kwithiro uri nera ndurio utombere kwithiro wirire ya time ikaenda ikasonga we usijali rera nduri na withiro kiambiri ukoba ringi na rero kenda ka top up pia unaweza kupatia kangiri mwe ngiri jiri kana kinye ringi mana 5 kuringana na top up ira wewe ngo kwenda itari onthe rero kwenda otethio ithiro wina app ya Zenka no kethiro kiwata motungata ya kwata teto nkuluki baliongire kimitandao yo ya ukinyaniria kana ubaringire thimo ukilukira 0020 7650878 Zenka, dream it, we fund it.
Thank you. PS kwina project boko mukuna nini boko launch gweto nyota ni mbio yongwa kiri mtoro migore mbere
nyota is to him and thank you very much. Maybe no to explain the wisdom behind manto nyota. Our country the Indian age is 19. Every year the country, the education system is churning out 1 million students. And to babo kinyamiaka 18, either bakudhiria form 4, na bangi bakidhika university. 1 million young people in the job market. Na our economy is not able to absorb these young people. And as you have seen in the last few years, our young people are restless. They are very inquisitive. it's a problem which the government needs to deal with. How do we provide opportunities to these young people who are coming to the economy? How do we make them? How do you take and convert their energies to a productive productive source of to drive the economy? So working with the World Bank, the government has come up with a project, International Youth Opportunities, Nyota. The essence of Nyota is simple. We want to avail opportunities to, actually the number is 67 youth in phase 1, 67 youth from each and every constituency. But by the way, now it is being implemented by our ministry, but so most of the Department of Micro, Small Enterprise, MSME, and the state, the agency in charge is called MCA. MCA na alafu na department ya Ministry of Youth, na ikitu itaanita National Industrial Training Authority. So every constituency we are targeting 67 youths. The age group is between 18 and 29. Na tuenda mtu atakulukide form 4. Madhomo kabisa in form 4. Ukenda wina disability. People living with disability, we allow them to go up to 35. But gender spread, we are looking at 50-50. 50 male, 50 female. These people will be taken through training by NITA, by the Tanamantwan BIASHARA, how to to run businesses, how you can earn a living from doing business, and we also giving them as an initial seed capital. Each and every youth is gifting 50,000 as a seed capital with a Kurta BIASHARA. This is the project we are doing. So 67 youth from each and every constituency, 18 to 29, mathomo ya kulugidia form 4, na if you have disability, we can go up to 35.
35 years.
35 years, yes.
So 67 why 67?
Well, it is the phase 1. It is a phase 1. And
how do
it is let me explain. It is, of course, in any system there are financial constraints. Yes. So when so that we are able to do all the constituencies of the Republic, phase 1, the number was coming to around 67. And this is phase 1. Yes.
Why 67, not 65? Our whole number, 65, 60, 70, 67, why?
Again, I'm telling you, it's the mathematics. Yes, the mathematics of dividing this cake for phase 1. I know. Is 7 significant in a constituency?
Exactly.
My answer is always Otimbo Ngelimbe. And number 2, this is phase 1. If you do the mathematics, my brother, we have how many constituencies do you have in Kenya? 290. Multiply na number it's an opportunity for many people who have never interacted actually have never operated within the national financial system. Yes.
Okay. So phase 1 yeje eta itarana ata kenda to 67 yewe ngine yake
this is actually a continuous program. So I think the next phase will really be dependent on the success of this particular phase. But we anticipate within the next 3 months, we should be looking at Antubeto, the way we know Antuakenya Bakari and our youth, we suspect they are going to snap these opportunities. We'll go to phase 2.
Yeah. Okay. I think not tuende tudeka tungitu kai toriki kuthomera nteto na jirengu yebwa na jirenda yaba na PS, please, if you allow us. Thank you.
Okay.
Mubango jo muri misero gujo kunyera ukari ndio marerete kwa kundu kuthomithia mantu jaro ja mero jore bi
internet matunda ja grade 5 ete season ya matunda
so you off season fruit
the off season fruit
then teringa kawandi grono on to 4 kumare anda amberi ya kulema kawa utemwakanyajo mu tagura
machini ciakwa ke gutetheria murimi machini cia mbeca inkai compared ke machini ira chimpota ginya kuma nthiguru ingi cia ome
ora tuigagua Ivory Coast Switzerland ikuthithia chocolate Belgium Meru tubui kwithira itwe tukuthithia chocolate ira njega buru nthiguru yonthe
muyuthi no itengo giko
muyuthi nombe gwita ngugeje itinegana no kuthithia bono kwambiria ndade nyoke kaira na kabuyu ri kiazi totiga kuga ote ngugeire ondade na ngugeire o
na ndikuthira guku kuona itionana na mirimo itionana na rukuru na gintu giaku ya karakithiri no gwire itwe
ndambiria na kuota eka thai murungu na ndarimete no ntimpombete gukinya eka kenda lakini kambite tenkiara magia ngugi
twire rugendo rwaku rwa kurima kiembe gikiega
ira oiro rukaga para kumenya taragara
nyombe mburi ibati kwithirwa kariata
tigirire nyombe yaguru
pula mburi tagathie nya up and down
strawberry
kwina ina twitaga split na kwina ije twitaga rana ya split ithagwa ina miri mingi kwogu yanda gwemo karana kethagwa kanyitu anda watutatu
thoko ya makuyu na kuthithia variation
kuya ruju ruru ina nitrogen nyingi muno ni ukuona fertilizer
kuromba murungu ngari murungu akwa nguku ngokwera ndeke ya mwisho kome ngokwera ndeke ya mwisho ne kauma ng'ondu yume ng'ombe ndeke ya mwisho murungu ngari ro murombete no eka umariko
ugakurukirwa ndene wero TV kiri Mibango Ya Thirikari
Esanembi na inashumire uramenya gutimbesha ndume
mbeca nĩ mbi na inaciumire nĩkĩ mbeca iting'anaga ũramenya cio gũtĩ mbeca ndũme gwatanĩra na mũnene wa Kagwe na bishop wa mbeca ta we CPA Dennis Kiremi kiri Mibango Ya Thirikari Jumatano cionthe kwambĩrĩria thaa 12 cia ũgũrũ na ndagĩka 40 tũnorane tũgane ũme ũmenyo kĩrĩra na nkwaga ya cikonie mbeca ũthondeki na ũtũmĩri bwacio Thirikari
tiga ntuga kai tingo akamena urigwe na tugire kirori nakio au no kitharimo giaku kiri
500 mbeca nyingi muno kuri antu ona bakithiruka thokone bakamatite meroni wigitangi akagitanga meroni umbugone ngiriewe te 500 ambiriria ajo na ntu ithara twina biashara imwe chingede demand into biro kwendia birio lakini yote na stock kubenderia na to bati kuthithia kunyama mambo wala narua uroko ndia mpoka ara ujo na konda kuthora na kioski au garu gure supermarket na nde tureka muthitu jo mutethia gukinya stairs ira tukuga akinyanira utonga bora tukuchwa kutinjire ngi ya kutonga utegwika muthitu kambu giomba kuthona mbeca ugeka kwa kunyomba ira twita matrix account wakara na chio ingiri kinya okira rojo mbeca ire kethro ire ingiri torugura account bank okira mbeca iketho account ire gutikia kuona mbeca rojo kajithira chingiri lakini mbeca ukajika kina fixed deposit account igakwa interest rate
Thirikari thondeka rĩera rĩrĩega rĩa mbeca ciaku
nataka muniombee. I'm going through a lot of problems.
Nonto mwana gori sukuru ayino karambeta na muratu kuma kiongo utenda kuona mwana ou
kuma kirente Thirikari kantorene cietu
ire twede na mwana nonto akonjira tutinjagirwa leuda ino bakweja nonto itanenjwa lewa na mbuli aula ntiko mabokero karinjirani eu nonto yonde enjoletwe nonto tutanenjirwa barabara tiyo kuma tutwere ona babongo batoraje batori atere netodura nagani anto baiko batoduraga na unjira iwete tanenjwa
weta Kimanthiguru
na tumeambia polisi mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station piga yeye risasi
mtu kama huyo apigwe risasi miguu
nteto cia weru ciethero ireo
unajua mtu wa Soprano nani yule wa nyinyi anaulingana niko besi mimi sina besi
mimi ni noma si noma mimi ni fire si fire
Kirinthiguru aria uma ibubu kwendeka nkurukia jangi jonthe batu twithara tureo
hapa ni one time
hapa tigani ya East. Indire byure byakubikwenda machokio tukwenjenjera na gukuretera jo. Chemania na baraba kuretera nteto shaweru. Ije ni team ira tutinoga kuria netunoga gukumakira. Nteto shaweru itukuretera urikarikire aki ende nkurukine tukuretera gitumi ikarikire.
Community ibedre to barisete alam
intuko chonde de mwana nusu chiogoro na daida tuna nusu chiogoro kiri station ya kwira wendete. Wero TV romore ro Amero.
Mweri jwa 10 taju pink Oktoba jwethara jojo kwariria na gwitana mwingi muno ekuru mantujagie murimo jo cancer nyonto niyo breast cancer.
Ndathithirwa mammogram. Mom, how long have you been having this thing?
10 years.
Ndabera 10 years. What? Daktari ucio surgeon atwira yes mom najitu na cancer. Natikini cancer te death sentence.
Wow. Aja kirege karo mweri jojo junde tugakuretera ekuru bakurukirite ururubo cancer nyonto.
Weta bathroom twinto tukurukaga nyomera tu.
Rona roje.
Kiringithia.
Kiongo. Ukayukirera.
Uje ndetire bathroom one morning. Ndeta kuthamba ngithithia uri ndauma mutu.
Batungata ona kubwa kenda wona cancer tekirore kya gikuo.
Murungu tora moyo ututhomaga Bibiliene. Tukera wa izan hila. Uni akambori atentiganiria.
Positivity.
Yes. Kethimi ikionaneria na inya tugutakia daktari no bwa thomere. Ambira mamu we cancer free na ira murungu ibwega.
Na stage 3 me atwira goya kinya 3 na 4.
Kaya atigeria ni ndera go 4 no. So ndegweta daktari ambira Eva the cancer cells are normal. Are muisiramu daktari ndaukirie njara wau ndamwira haleluya.
Gututera murimo jojo ne karogendo ende bogetumi ni mwaje kuora na gushokera nguge ingi ciawe jawethire. Omeria tukwana rwagenda rojo taraidari. Gikaro na county ngono cia mwanya omaririte gwakunja.
Mubango za gikaro na kaunti oreterine Lisha Milk kuma Komiru Highlands Dairy ne iria rithongi iria fresh rina riguya gwikira mwiri inya iria ra magurija tukunyiria mubuko jwaku na ne iria rikuonekana akue nagwe.
Kegena kia CDF ikiaronge kiro ikoti nene mweri jo kenda mwaka muthiru nyumene ya ejana mwerekera kenda mirandire amberete runguru akio ya mbereke gwikinya mweri jo 6 mwaka twetete. Abunge ibachokere bakurukia muswada ja kurikithia kigina giki ende koti yarigeria rais atikajwekira kirore mwanka gambareu rethikirwa na kugitwa.
Kama hakuna kwa public participation, unajua tunaitishwa minutes na fund accounts manager lazima atume minutes. Sio mimi, hakuna CDF after June 2026.
Mwankanande kigina giki kithioro nkimpangaratano kumane na nkushanio iji ende abunge no bakogitithia ngoge.
Mbeca cia CDF na ndina chiga chokwa ki ministry kana treasury ici nenkirwa ministry cia macukuru kithomo giukwa Kenya
na kinya giakara kwa ndijasto na gukara uchinchwa mbere matoka lose 2.5% hizi maoni yako ningekwenda kuga anto 2.5% yura eshimwa betu beta national parliament ibadhi sheria ekuform kinya board ye primary schools
kenda gukumurikira utumiri mwerekera jo kigina giki na urikithie bwakio nturene gwatanira na mwandiki wetu Anteto Muthuri Murioki ni aja Nteto na Wero TV na Wero FM kwambire Jumatano ejete kirerogono ro mwanya kioria kia CDF.
Kuma ngogene ndonera jo toro bwathira ndeterandira mama ntuko yothe nyantokaira mwathani nari mbere bundirambie kwendia sabuni ndetora ndakoroga mutongi jomwe ani nkoroga sabuni nyingi muno
muntu akebsi yagosa no mtoto aina karum kanini muno gantaka atwirire muntu au nibwambagiria
ndambereria tent imwe ya 50 sita na kaka keta wakazibo aranda umere ni araja
muntu akeza mbure nikiwezera ngogene icharuko ngogia kwana ruko lakini nigufida nto baba ingi
human resource you are doing things right the first time you do them. Tuzo twina na para tu support akuma primary mwaka university. Kagite ne kaka twina na over 8,000.
Ana kuruki wana.
8,000
ekuru itubaguraira matangi gitezi cionthe ciina stima tukamake sure muguitwo class 8 onthe ena right
kuthithia special needs education it's a calling ukaigua mwana ona nakwenda attention na nabwirite kumenyerwa
secondary ndathoma ota baria bangi nkinetikiria ati niyo ntena wathe no tunenkurutha buria antu baria bangi baruthaga kana geta uyu
ya ithatå twathoma manta kusumbi mirire turoito bateri kunyua nchwa bintu gocio yari
makenaga nkwire kwirutaniriga antu kamana wawira wene akwaya gancuru ndang'ang'anire mwanka ndekira ruji
ndara mutumbijo munene mono ndokirira ndethira rwipiro nerukire indi na amwe na bunthe menya kuri na umbani nyumene na ndeja na report ngiragwa cancer free
saire nilitwa makena kanyanga ipa nikamwambia DJ achilia wimbo makena nilimba
Nugushwa kilori ke road show ke gugutetheria kwendia biashara yaku kana kiatho wina kio Wero Sounds twena kilori giki thongi na kithondeki kinande ikienda gukinyira muntu wonthe nturene cionthe wenda utungata bolori ejeri ngathimo namba 0707 065 000 na ugatungatwa na nonto wero nionetwo kwendete na gugutia gwa customer wetu kwina offer wajukia lori eje ukae wantumiria kiatho giaku kana biashara yaku utheri ikire Wero TV na Wero FM 96.4 wenda kubook lori eje ringa thimo namba 0707 065 000 kana utume email kire sales@werotv.co.ke notwe rumuliro ameru
Dial *811*465# to get Colossians 3 verse 15 as your skiza tune.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 15. And let the peace of Christ be ruling in your hearts, as it was the purpose of God for you to be one body and give praise to God at all times. Let the word of Christ be in you in all words of wisdom, teaching and helping one another with songs of praise and holy words, making melody to God with grace in your hearts. Amen.
Dial *811*465# to get Colossians 3 verse 15 as your skiza tune.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Wase, iko on. Kila game ina mata. Reconnect now. Dial *423#.
Amashia Barungu omba kogarora manto chonde.
Give him a shout of praise.
Ara moja mokoro kadithia tani nantana muntu agontonithia ariana thaira kuinaina
tengo makanya ni atego chiona yangindioni omba kwethro gitega goka ithombia
njera muthako wanyu agucoka ne ariuga atiri oni ngacoka kwa baba ndeta kumwera nte ageri
Murungu no ukairia muthini tebe. I pick the poor from the dust.
Migate ije tano na makuyu jairi ni etumire antu ngiri thano baria na banywa na bitigara. A retro plus Thanksgiving equals more than enough.
Urieni unene bwegoro mbere na yau yange bukongelwa
na uragwa nonto bwaku arumagwa nonto bwaku
itugugutea baba wetu no tugekera rwimbo egoro tukiuga Jesu ne musore wetu
gokeya gutuka wonaga mugundu weru bweja mugundu yugeta Jesu na wene weru
Thiguruni ya unene o ikinya iritaragwa okiugo yugambi na oitwa nori gwake kanari kumomore nonto ijakarata nugaitia nukagwa na nu ukusia mikanda nyume kajugaka nu wawitikia na nu ukurena rutere yankime mwanki ukenda gukurukiro imubango jo mweru jo siasa jo uria kuri aja siasa terietwaki ikuithuguna bwega na tukaga ume twinthe tuyamwe tirimana na Martin Gichunge Karemi County Edward Mutembei Muthuri Muriuki Morgan Mweti na Mutuki Karen Jumatano chonde kwa mbili dhaijiri mwanka dhainya turukiri nekiri Weru TV na Weru FM 96.4 tuinja inje onene bobo asiasa kurijanira muko na ntangurutano sia siasa nkadhine mwanya aja utikwerenja tukauga uria itukinyirite tutiritite makambi Weru TV na Weru FM 96.4 twaragia siasa uria ikari Weru TV na Weru FM isho station iria itongerete ruterero apa Eastern nontoba ugwe itugwikumiria kwithira turi na mashabiki nkurukia 50% ya barabonaga Weru TV na kuthikira Weru FM 96.4 kuringana na motwiria jara yetagwa aja ni onja yongwa aria ugatumiria biashara yaku na wona matunda kinyawe ugakena aja Weru utikinge iugwake turingire gukurukira 0707 065 kana utume email kire commercials@werotv.co.ke
Jokera kwe nturutimia jokere nchiru
Weru FM no koka gutamba takarukwasie
Better the mushrooms muthikire tha itha tushirukire cia twikandaika 12 karibu sana mutegeri wa Weru TV no tugwita na mbere kiri mantujegie kwariria mibango mwanya ya thirikari na PS wa mantujegie cooperatives no bwana KIBURI KILEMI lakini hankwire ringa 0729 kenda ningi umba kuthrogetia mutujwa nice ringa 0729 661 kana 0755 200 mutu muthikire turi kwira tumira mutujwa nkima John Nice extra premium ne mutujo kuruga nkima endhongi nkime kuya na mpuijo kuonekana mungana jo kilo mona kilo ijire kire wholesale supermarket chionde dene ya Kenya kana nduke ne aro gitaga shopping aku etawithiro kigura mutujo Nice extra premium na mutujo jo rithondekero ara Nice digital city moya mutujo muthikire ne mutujo kuruga nkima endhongi na bena inya mushere jo ambishori na kithike Nice rice millers mobathia gankurukia nusu ya muchere juri ajuri magwanterera cia moya wakinyanto ara mikawa ni thato goteju tutonya customer service no area irio no bithongi antora kwina accommodation kwina hoteli ndongi ya kurara kwina fun park very modern kwina hall no tuba michemani kwina swimming pool na gwatu kaibo chio miebo chioria araomba kuthiro kiona kieni kinyake biatho kana kyamirano araura Nice digital city ethiro kithonya uriungente na ubo nyuma ukethiro kiona ni gontogo kunene kire ikundi kana kinyama skuru gwashwika ne bugo antora bomba kuthira bogeta maybe boy kamuchemani kana bothithie masam retreat kidogo araura Nice digital city tego ntukuraja kumateresha meru na ni stopover indhongi kwa kurukirite antwara tigira no kwithiro kigura kinyamu tuja Nice zero au kithine no tujo jukuthondekero aria wa nguru moya
ni thaa ithatu kilokite reke 14 ndene ya mubango jwa chanchamuka karibu sana muthikiria na mutegeri wa Weru thank you no tupakwithiro ri mubangone na rukiro rwa rituri na PS KILEMI KIBURI PS some of us to very particular about Marieto ni KILEMI KIBURI kana KIBURI KILEMI
KIBURI o KILEMI
KIBURI o KILEMI
it is good to clarify
kabisa so PS tukwarira simanto ya nyota so when are we launching it nyota
actually today we are in a national sensitization program in all the on all our counties. So this is really the start of a ground launch. In fact, the initial date was set on 18th of last month, but it was pushed forward. We thought that we are not totally publicity enough. So today is the official sensitization program, national, and we are anticipating that there will be an announcement on the actual launch by the president by Friday this week to it. But we are in the final stretch. Yes, but the registration is open. The registration of now
as we speak,
it is open, and it is on ash 254 star or nyota. It guides you on how you are going to do it. Yes.
Okay.
Well, ni program yomba kwethra yetethia mu youth. But on the flip side, PS, kuri na youth fund, kuri na women fund, and now kuri na nyota. Na tutikulo kinyane empowerment.
Na Asla fund.
Well, Asla fund is for everybody, but fund iji mwanya yua nyota na youth fund because chonte chieto fund mu youth. So what's the difference?
Let me say this. When actually when women fund, all these initiatives are really for good. But you know for example, youth fund is a national government initiative funded by the Treasury and operating under the I think the Fund Act. So a same case as Asla Fund. Asla Fund shown that they under what you call Public Finance and Management Act. What is different from all these funds is the way the targeting is done under this Nyota program, and more so the partnership with the World Bank. So it's the national government and in partnership with the World Bank. They came up to this specific program targeting a specific group of people, and more so it is different because of what I like about it is that training element, the incorporation of NITA to MCA could on how to do business. I think that's a good deviation, but also the way it is very specific. And the gender spread to ensure that I think it's a good program. Yes.
You know, of course, it's a good program, but PS, you know, I think the nera tobacco withdraw trainio ya Kenya Karimina yani yoma tutwarira the other day, including bursaries ukethra kwina so many I wish kigina kiki on the no kikirwe ikabwine kimwe and then kika distributor from that one basket PS and to withdraw to na nyota chire ina say for example a secretariat o kana committee kuromera and then youth fund ni area anyo ina kinyo committee kuromera. How about to kire kigina kiki on the ikabwine kimwe distributed from there?
Martin, let me tell you, management of public affairs is very complex because of very diverse and divergent interest. Theoretically, sometimes it looks very easy, but there are many laws which make a government work. For example, when you talk about bursary, no when a bursary county, when an element of devolution in education, for example. So I as much as I appreciate if it can be done the way you are saying, but let me tell you also, I think bureaucracy is a necessary evil in management of government affairs. So I think we take the positive from this fund. We say that 67 youth from all our 9 constituencies are going to benefit from this training and from the same capital. Then we move from there. Yes.
Okay. PS ndenda kumanya mantuja bill ijirechiri and nini, there is the cooperatives bill and the coffee bill. How is it so far? Scan us through.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. The coffee bill, and I think the opportunity we see in coffee, but the journey ya coffee reform started in Meru, the first coffee conference we had when he came into power, and we identified key areas we needed to reform, and one of it, the most important was I think legal and policy reforms, and that culminated into the coffee bill, which was approved by Senate. It came to a National Assembly, it was approved. we have a little bit of disagreement between Senate and the national bill in a small certain clause. So I know for sure that we are doing what is called mediation. The leaders of majority and minority in both houses are going to nominate teams to come and sit down and mediate that disagreement so that the bill can be accepted by the president. The cooperative bill, which also has been in the works for the last 15 years. Near Kolokiru in the National Assembly, and also it went to Senate. Also, Senate passed it, but with the recommendations for many amendments. So I spoke to the area majority Linda to Jungwa, na Speaker Wetangula Pambera. They are waiting for the bill to be submitted from Senate. We are going through the mediation. But let me talk about the provisions. Why we think Sharia is important, importantly on the coffee value chain and cooperative. Now we manage cooperatives, and fortunately, one of the most successful product value chain managed through cooperatives again is coffee. In the coffee bill, to create institutions, as is through coffee is a directorate under AFA. AFA is a big food authority. So we are creating because we think coffee is a mature value chain, to make it its own coffee board of Kenya. It used to be there before. So a coffee board will do the regulation of coffee. We are also bringing back CRI, Coffee Research Institute, that sits under Calro. We also make it an independent and a well-funded institution. Ila ya research. Ndio kuna research yetu ekawa twarekere turongoze ba mukarimu na tuina ma professors ya Coffee Research Institute. We make sure that Coffee Research Institute is properly funded by the coffee value chain. We believe these institutions are very, very important. And also, it of course, the coffee regulations 2019 will be anchored under now the coffee bill. It could find that journey to the market, Mantoyan DSS, the role of KPCU, the role of Nairobi Coffee Exchange. It defines what we call delineation of functions between the counties and the national government. For example, through the licensing of millers is the work of the county, milling. But licensing of coffee brokers, it is the work of a capital markets authority. So that we operate at that high level of good governance and prudential management of resources at the capital markets authority.
PS Nitonto coffee board
of Kenya.
Coffee, the coffee production is trailed down. In fact, at our peak in the 80s to produce, we are doing around 150. 3 years ago, we had gone to a low of 30,000. So that you can imagine that drop. So the coffee, the value chain could not sustain itself. So, and again, that bill, it bundled all value chains together to create AFA. Even tea was there. If you remember 2 years ago, there was a team bill. You created tea from AFA. You created team board of Kenya. For the cooperative bill, I think the most important aspect of it is to good governance. The cooperative movement has been abused for many, many years. Okona mukoroa mutareya wa muchala emanenje cooperative. Agaendelea kodora waka mangroba kuona mafurado lakini the members
muremi yako dhendeka. We want to again bring good governance in the cooperative. What we have seen, one of the key principles of cooperatives, there are 7 principles. I think I've spoken about one of it is democracy. But what we have seen, democratic movement here to cooperative, it is tempered with by many interested people, interested parties. So we're introducing, our proposal is to introduce what we call term limit. Muntu acha alwa ailindo cooperative movement. Abidya specified term. Akauma ongea keya. So that kuya kurubatura kudhilunga kumbiro by cooperative managers. The governor in Kenyan law, governor miaka 10 ageta. President miaka 10 ageta. Even in America, president miaka 8 ageta. So there is a lot of also resistance because of that particular clause. Because the people have benefited. In Nairobi, big people have benefited from
manipulating the elective process, the democratic principle within the cooperative movement. And we are very focused that we must bring in change, and that change cannot be brought in a way that we give farmers, let's say, members of cooperative a way of electing new leaders after a certain period of time without manipulation. We have taken some initiative, actually, even administratively, for example. Okay, with a mirror to get to area Mochaman solution circle. The solution circle has more than 50,000 members. But with the general meeting. So when I go to the meeting about, is it a meeting or a political rally? So we issue directives. We said cooperatives with more than 5,000 members, then go the delegate system. They elect delegates so that when you are going to the management of the cooperative is down the road the delegates. The deadline was on 30th of September. We are forming a small team to look at the returns. Nandoekwa comply na directive future commissioner. I can say here nankira ndo ameru by na cooperatives. Kile ota comply na directive future commissioner, but with them out and delegates, but with them out ya all directives given the commissioner. We are going to do provision suspension to make sure they cease to operate or assist as cooperative, so that there is discipline in the management of the cooperative. But on namu to either go chairman of cooperative or made a full-time job. Akaroka hauro kiri mankogoro ukori hata mto kadi na ngwingita kurita. We want to bring discipline and define the roles. Ila kuna CEO gwe CEO niyo Quran gwe cooperative. Chairman to stipulate chairman ya weta boundary. Chairman has no role in the day-to-day running of the, he gets report from the CEO. You're going to define those roles so that the CEO is able to work independently without unnecessary interference kumake chairman.
That's a good day.
Angucho kidogo kiri coffee bill. Na kuweta manto ya democracy na manipulation and kukethro kurin na democracy ya natea bukia kwempower bunene KPCU whereas kuin other cooperatives how much will they interfere na production kiri cooperatives?
Thank you. Martin Brambo any KPCU does milling. Last year it did almost more than 70% of all the coffee in Kenya was milled by KPCU. Because KPCU offers, again what I said, a common user facility. Because to enjoy economies of scale, you must bring your coffee together. So KPCU is doing milling and marketing. KPCU has nothing to do with the pulping. The pulping, we want it to be done within the cooperative society. What do you say to kwenda when power murimi to empower murimi etherena kuna transparency yakawa mbere miro tia kwantu bakuwa mbe acha kuchire lakini jimbange chotalo. That kind of nonsense you want to abolish it. Kawa kendo the law the current law says within 5 days kawa kendo Nairobi Coffee Exchange the buyer must pay the money. Bechere wa KIBURI kuria banki ringi iburi kwa murimi. So we are discussing with Arimi today what is a good period, because also Arimi mbega wako kidogo tutaba nengi tumaine becha kidogo. What is a good period? Is it monthly? Is it quarterly? Can we be doing payment of coffee twice a year? Those are discussions you're going to have. But the farmer must be able to calculate and know this coffee I've sold this much, this amount of money I'm going to expect. We show our farmers a little bit of respect. Kaya murimi no akatalanya matabu ya wako mbeje nkabidio as opposed to as atendete ya reombere murimi eta factory wete kwa mbejana akurewa yakara surprise. Na ikawa kawe. No, we want to do away with that kind of arrangement. Murimi the akemenya are maka wake akethe kilo chake ngiri akamenya nkona mbeche ina na dada kona Sherifan guarantees me 80 shillings per kg. Yes.
Okay. Mantino ya kawa PS. Where I come from, Ikempe North ni kwa arena factory ya kawa lare. It was vandalized na dhai as we speak. Kiani hiki ambirite kwa grabbed. Private investors ibaoka makoroba kuo. I don't know plan tia department yeku kwa no kikiani kiukia factory lare.
Thank you very much. Tuna dinene munashele Meru North. Na not me tike ni kwa lare yake. Kinya woni ndetre factory yakwa itawakero. Au nkomo ndetre ontu ngenda drive umuthenya ni kanda ndetanda nyanga yirinya nyumba. I don't know what they did. So there is that mismanagement of factories, especially in Meru North. And what we are going to do, Martin, is that we are going currently the ministers formed a team and we are very grateful. We are getting support from NAF CDP. NAF CDP is a World Bank also sponsor program through the Ministry of Agriculture. But it has a coffee element. We have formed a team. It is through all the cooperatives. What kind of establishment do we have? Because we have written a concept paper to the National Treasury to fund to worker factories, and we are also looking for partners. So that team will come and see what is happening in Lare. It will go to Kaleate, it will go to Meadhene, it will go to all the factories in Kenya to what is their true status. The other thing is, again, within the reform system with the cooperative, we also need to see the properties. Okay, when you go to Nairobi and drive, no nanya Bene House. Jabene House ne Jamene North Cooperative. Or Iment House near Meru Central. Kaona Meru South near Antobachuka. You know, a lot of investment and but the question of accountability. In from these properties, our grandfather paid a lot of money to hold. We need to ask ourselves those questions, questions of accountability. And as a ministry, we issued again a directive. We banned there is no borrowing, so cooperatives are not allowed to borrow unless with outright permission from the commissioner. We also asking now the investment. The investment policies. Does it make economic sense? Because these people have taken members for rent for a long time. So we want and that shows that we are doing something.
PS Kirimanjegi wamba kawa itorana na matini yantu kuingi kawa kakaiwa kateoneka completely. Really, what really happens na imbi? Actually, there's a question here. Murimi aduna atapuko banga kukaria kawa because they are really worried.
Thank you very much. Ibo, I think I always like to use the inverse. In Tokia way in Tokina value. So us alimeba meru ama ikwe to remeni kawa. Number 2 is we are actually thinking, we are discussing with the Mwaziri to Korea do we request that we are given coffee police and to people are losing lives. Watchman, especially na ngiri ka withdraw parchment ka umaka ne ko iriba kuia baeta baikia milling. In fact, as per the current coffee bill, you know, movement of coffee is controlled by the government. You are not supposed to move coffee from point A to B without a certificate, a license from the national government. It's a question of enforcement, and I can tell you that we are discussing with my colleague PS of Mall Interior. The president is even aware about this theft of coffee to see how we are going to make sure that, in fact, with the KPCU, when you are getting coffee now, we are deploying policemen. We want to see how far we can go to make sure that kawageto ekaruana na G3 na AK47 because kawa ni dollar.
You know, kiure ni atire ni atakawa ko kai wana mayani atire wa.
Na kawa nyaka te trace ka.
Matene ankwere. Ngwerere ukare magawa ku ekemwe. You are no boyga. You are guaranteed 1.5 million. It is a high value product. Mayani toko mende yende wentenda kwa madhabu yomno antonya yanto watu alemete lakini the economics are very clear to anybody who is serious about smart farming.
I know it's not in your department lakini arimiba mayani bako data sana ni bonus kwena in a big way.
I have many messages kuma Mishimikoro. Mishimikoro.
Actually Mishimikoro ba yani ultimatum.
I'm going to get the message, and I'll reach out to my colleague PS Rono. I'll reach out to Wilson Modora. Okay, what is the problem with the Mishimikoro? There is a hue and cry about tea, and I also know there's a production challenge in terms of quality. Kuma Mishimikoro, na kuna kakora fulani yao. I also discussed with Mheshimiwa Mporo. I know we discussed with him, and he is very concerned. And to Mantua Mishimikoro, but also there's a problem with the international marketing. I know we are having challenges with Sudan. The international market for tea is a little bit of a challenge. But again, allow me to consult because I have many messages from Mishimikoro. And of course, because of the collective responsibility, I have a responsibility to answer. So I'll consult with my PS, and then maybe we can have a discussion at some point in time.
Okay. Yes, betikirie tuchoke wara twambiririe ringi kidogo because kuona some messages hapa chiegie State Lodge na mibango hiyo ondea kwethia Meru City. We expected kwethira kinyatu na PS Mwambie Tonga, but already somewhere along the way. I don't know kwethira no more brief or twire how much mitho ka affected kire mibango hiyo onde.
Thank you. Let me say this, Martin. Muidho yo forest is a resource given by God to the people of Meru. But also you need to look at it in context. The national cover ya Muidho in Kenya is around 12%. But if you come to Meru, our county Meru, we are almost at 30%. So we are way above the national average.
That does not give us the right. Yeah,
let me tell you. Yeah. I've had an opportunity of flying through what is called the Lower Imenti Forest. Lower Imenti Forest when you this end of Mount Kenya, you take the Maka, you take the Tiane, you got an Anyambene Forest. What you see in there is a really very sad story, and I'm completely pro climate, pro environment. Our people have not done very well in terms of conservation, especially in the lower Imenti forest. But also, I will tell you about State Lodge does not take a lot of land. In fact, if you look at showing ground here too, showing ground, the people my age may know, but to that show kinaru. Showing ground in a grina. You know where it was taken.
Yes.
Gitoro, Muidhone. I honestly think that Muidho should be able to support us. It's a source of economic strength to our people. And that is why I was asking you, if you know, if you take the global value of, for example, of the golf industry in the world, it's billions of shillings. If you look at Karura, for example, Karura Forest, which support Maori Nairobi, Modaiya Golf Club, one of the best golf clubs in Africa, sits in Karura Forest. But in terms of conservation, look at what Modaiya has done. So let our people not be pessimistic. All of a sudden, Meru, they are the best
environmentalists.
It's really sad, and to be there. So my take is this, and I can say here, I've told PS. I know the original idea of Meru, for example, Meru Golf Club was came through when Munya was governor. I know Muriongi, my friend Muriongi was the chairman. I know 2 weeks ago we had the Meru Golf in Modaiya Golf Club. I know people organizing. We're going to talk and see how can we have a golf tournament that is preserves our environment, but also is economically beneficial to the people of Meru.
Okay.
Yes.
So Muidho yo atonge do bwana ati akiri mibango yonde.
Let me say this. A good 18 global standard golf tournament will require around maybe 120, maybe 150 acres. And that is more in the context of Muidho yo to Nayo. A state launch, maybe 20 acres. In fact, we are even talking about a airstrip. Where can't we have a fashion airstrip in Meru, which is the best place to have it? So we have a airstrip in Mitongo. It's Mitongo. Nakaguma. To an airport is Solo. Is that's the best optimal arrangement you can have. So we must be able to benefit from the resources we have while living living that resource for the generations that will come after us. Yes.
Thank you.
Just tukwenda kulukilia tuita, but in the spirit one government approach, tukumekitho kwaraniria na colleague oku PS biako ejire Meru araua Meru ni atongeretie na murimo yo mukingo. We did a story here na tonania Meru in namba 30 in terms prevalence ya murimo yo mukingo. So I don't know if you've seen the statistics na kedro kwaraniria na colleague oku PS biako.
I also saw that story, and my wife is a doctor. I asked her what kind of records do we have, and the number she was giving me is is maybe aligned to what you are saying. But I think PS maybe was I will need I think I can even do better, Martin. If you allow me, I can organize an interview with I can bring the PS public health Mary Modone here. So we talk about matters Meru. But we have a challenge. Let us not run away from the number. We have a challenge. I've seen a report done by, I think, an agency, UN agency, about prevalence of HIV, early pregnancy, and Meru North Links. North Links in terms of that particular aspect. So I don't want to say if the PS was right, because I don't know the context. Maybe the context was prison, maybe the what she was looking at. But we have a challenge. We have a challenge with HIV, early pregnancy, and in Meru, and it is very, very loud in Meru North. We should not hide from a problem we have. So the question is, what do we do to it's a moral question, it's a public health question, it's a challenge for all of us. Yes.
Okay. Thank you PS. Maybe your parting shot kire Meru tukirekia.
Oh, thank you so much. It's always a honor kuya station here no tukaraniria. I hope it will antoma. Let me tell our people this. About anto, for example, anto batigania. Antubatigania for kumanto watu huru miaka 63. I'm the only second PS kumatigania. Ruare turia tuina PS bana bakeba Meru. Kuma doshi mankanto nyere. No kona bitu kuma doshi mankanto nyere ate au no kwena makothima. Let us not take lightly. Ke president atoeto to tell Professor Kithure Kindiki as vice president. It don't us take it. It is not a light thing. You know there are many things yat gwemante atiara kwa. But it kinene. Na ipo tukuwa ine dai we want to akiwa endekira Kindiki no deputy president re. 2027 year kola kaza ya 2033 kato weta kuria president okay. So for the very first time Meru is in the matrix a discussion ya kuwa tumbakotha tuinya president wa Kenya. It's a shortcut to kuewa. So we also thank the president wa tubakuwa ate iboya. Nenya ntubakiwa manto ya kuwa. Allow me to say something about the project Kenya. Meru is a county within the 47 counties. If the constitution of Kenya, the core responsibility of a president, is to make sure that nation, the nation of Kenya, is there. And then I think the president has done very well in terms of to make sure that we own together as a country. And that is very important because Martin Kedia to inandwa ku then to kwa nyankara kia station ni expressa. Even the fact that we have this freedom to express ourselves are provided by our constitution. We have a working constitutional democracy. I think we should be grateful for the country we have. Martin, I have an opportunity of traveling around. I was in West Africa last month. Tandaka, Senegal. I was in Abidjan. I was in Lome. I was in Accra. Then I look at what we have. I feel a very proud Kenyan. So let us be grateful that we have a country, that we are able to express ourselves. Talking 20, kura tiruare, kura 2027. Like between today and 2027, there is time to do work. Let us talk about the dwelling of our road in Mutidwa. Let us talk about tamaking of Kenjae Miazene Mikiri Road. Let us talk about tamaking of Myompone Road. Let us ask about support for the things our people want. Talking 2027 and 2027 make decision based on the work done. You see, there's time for everything. In your who knows even what will happen between now and 2027. So let us give the president, the deputy president, and ask people who have an opportunity to serve, to deliver to you. And Ababu as members of the fourth estate, you hold us accountable. Me, I want to be a partner of this station. I want to be a partner of the press in Meru and in Kenya to talk about matters cooperative, but also matters Meru in the context of our nation. I think that is the responsibility I owe with the people of Meru.
You know, PS, as to 2027 now, that to Kumbirau, kuna fear within that kwamba kwithira kuri na arrangements chimba kwithira kibwithu atatika Kenya Kwanza na ODM and then itikia deputy president kikanenkanirwa kire ODM. We had a discussion here last night.
You see, my brother Manto, Safari, 27, they managed. And the only way we can have a say is by supporting, doing what I'm doing here, by supporting Professor Kithure Kindiki. He has demonstrated. But I think he has demonstrated clearly that he has the energy, the drive, and the motivation to be a president. And I think as a key and divisor, as a divisor of the president, as a helper of the president, I think we are giving him an A, the way he has performed that function. So, my appeal to the Meru people from Doshie to Tonyere and also on Mount Kenya East, Katuinika to a professor. You see, in the political market, what buys is political equity. Timbeja, Kuitoku and in Antuanyu Mekwa. That is what buys there. And they were talking political market, you become umpezi mtazamaji. So let us give Professor Kindiki the tools. Ibanga biota makikira. Kera talking that discussion, the president you say, but no, these people Mount Kenya East have supported me all through. I'm going to die with them.
The support, what are the returns?
My brother, you're asking what are the returns of Kithure being a president? Of course, yes, the president, president is the president of Kenya. He has a responsibility to make sure that, as per the constitutional requirement, he serves each and every citizen equally. Lakini ndewe even using wisdom ya Meru ngambe aretha ikiri nino lakio. Just think about it. Etreka manta mengi tukire. Nyamoka aroto manakia chio. Thank you.
Kama miromba kwithura kyura ciatire, you know, twina deputy president, that is perfect and it is very okay. So imbibio omba kwithura ayikumairia kienda mwa support ya 2027 which you translate to him again being a running mate as we move to elections.
I think the most important thing is I think loyalty. I think professors demonstrated high levels of loyalty. Also in terms of ability to mobilize, I think he has shown that he is all over this country. No one I know what the professor is doing in terms of mobilizing the ground for the president. The political class is fed by people. Because it's, you know, what surprises me and what really I like about democracy is talking into 2027 Kenya rather than the APS or rather than the OPS, every man is one vote. I think that's a powerful gift we have. So I think the professor understands that, and that is why he's going to deep in Mashinani. Kweranto, we have a very good opportunity here of leading this country at some point in time. And I think the fact that Meru, for example, Natharakanithi, all the MPs are in that aligned, that the governors are aligned. I think that's a good starting point. Yes.
PS, I've seen you get one of the empowerments. Empowerment is chitevia mwananchi bwana, because one of them irabwariti and ndo nanto bakideta. There was another one in Maua anto ibakodeta bariwa mbechira chi anenkanirwe itaba kinyela na chi ibakinyelete. Some of them they get as little as 64 shillings.
What I can tell you is that utembe chechita kwa wakiri anto kimaki empowerment project, and the empowerment project are organized by the members of parliament. But to it all support on Saturday dare kwa itonga Gigi Mukodima itonga mbele ndi nambi dina kwenda kumobilize na anto beto resources. So I went like what I had was support Itonga. But what Itonga does, to be honest, Itonga tako dwen better and then a program CMP. Tipo, that is what happens. And Martin, let me say this. Manto ya yon leo kuona, no kuona, there's a point Meru itakinyika to adi tuiku ingwa kuone anto bakuwa one town. But we have been consistent. Kuwa kangwe yari. Kangwe la president ya kuruta yari. Ndi unambu mete na kenjame adenere barabara ya kalamire katukare te barabara karia tipo. So I mean ngambere njete niwe kama wa let us work with what we have kilikiri njaitu wa gitete kebya kwa yes
thank you very much na since tukweta 2027 kwa rena tufununu sometimes Kiburi ne yete kurombe teke MP ya West
oni the number 1 supporter on Dr. John Kanyuthi Mutunga 2027 I'll be his campaign manager. I will give him time and I'll give him resources to make sure that
you will not be the PS then?
I'll be the PS, of course. Maybe I'll be the minister in the other government.
But I will talk to campaign manager wa mtu na hisi hasa na then
me campaign manager tura ona medone ari there are many ways of you know what I mean.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Muthikire tukimaro kakurikanie make sure thimwe kuye na app ya Zenka no to Zenka no muchoro kuwa ku especially maita anturere ya kumira we na ka emergency somewhere kana na biashara kuno kwenda withdraw yokiria ni bakwaya na up to 200,000 shillings iraomba withdraw kiona download app ya Zenka withdraw kirinjista ndaike ijire yake and then wewe uri qualify withdraw kiona mbeche ukia withdraw maybe we na app na no defaulted at some point le mbeche ile na wambiri okobarengi no bakunenki kinya top up ya drink ngiri jire no gedro kiendelea na maisha ya kuboboya so make sure no ku download app ya Zenka. Thank you very much PS, we appreciate presence yaku kwedro rea and please come again soon.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
Kuelelete kwa city.
Thank you.
Thank you. It will happen.
Thank you.
Murungu ambiro tebo tiompeka.
Thank you. Mutegeri atuguchokiro turunge mubango jwa kana mibamo itaratara mibango itanambere.